Bear down, Chicago Bears. We've got a lot to update and very little time to get it done. I don't want to take up much of your Sunday. I know you got football to watch. We've all got a little bit of football that we want to check out. Josh McDaniels has been named as an offensive coordinator candidate. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the fact that Josh McDaniels has had a head coaching job before. I like the fact that he was involved in Tom Brady's success in some small way for the New England Patriots, but I believe Tom Brady was responsible for that more than, say, Josh McDaniels. He's been a great quarterback coach, so it is entirely possible that this is a good fit, but we don't know yet. Also, that would lead me to believe when we're looking at somebody like Josh McDaniels that maybe, just maybe, that means that the Bears have made the decision to move on, and suddenly we're starting to get that feeling back again. Now, just to be clear, we will oscillate between Justin is staying, Justin is going for a long period of time. Ryan Pohl's not going to tip his hat today or tomorrow. We're not going to know next month either. Maybe even halfway through March, we probably won't have any idea. We'll start to get an idea around, 2 months from now. In the meantime, it's all left to us just kind of speculate and figure out, what is going on. So let's take a quick look here, so you can see Josh Daniels in the mix here. Again, this is somebody who I think would improve the team. However, I am hesitant to jump aboard just because he's also got that wandering eye where, the next head coaching job that becomes available, he's off to that. And then we're starting back from scratch again. So it doesn't, for me, it doesn't resonate with me as the best of hires. But there's another one that's out there that came up as well, and that is Greg Olsen. He is currently the quarterback coach with the Seattle Seahawks, and he was the offensive coordinator for the Raiders. So potentially this is another move right now. The Bears have requested that interview because they are going through everybody who was at Seattle, part of Pete Carroll's staff, no longer there. Now, at this point, there was one guy who I thought would be one of the guys that I think that the Chicago Bears would owe it to themselves to go after, and that would be Tommy Rees out of Alabama. I know it's a college game. I know there's a difference between college and pros, but I do like the way that he was able to navigate Jalen Milroe at Alabama and turn Jalen Milroe into what looked like for the first 2-3 games of the season an absolute bust into a legitimate Heisman contender. That took 12 games to make that happen. That was a phenomenal. The fact that he recognized the problems, recognized the issues, and addressed them so immediate and so specific makes me wonder if he's not the right kind of guy to lead an offense, especially in the NFL, which has to adapt and has to figure out defenses on the fly constantly. So I think that is a good opportunity. And then finally, we did talk about this yesterday. We're going to address it one more time, and that was that Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator for the University of Kentucky Wildcats, is now under consideration here and did an interview. Also, he was the guy responsible, I want to say, for Devin Leary this year and Will Levis the last couple of years, who is now the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans in AFC South, I want to say. So very good. This is a very good potential hire here. So super excited about that one. Now, this is what we're waiting for right here. Sometime at some point very soon, we should know that Caleb Williams will or will not declare for the draft. There, we will have to make accommodations for this. If we're going to draft him, we'll need to know so that we can draft him. If we're not going to draft him, then we're going to need to know so that we can make the right trade, because then Drake May becomes the number 1 overall pick, in my opinion, at this point. And if that becomes the next step, then that limits the Bears just a tiny bit in their options, unless somebody else really, really shines in a combine or really, really grades out very, very well. Jaden Daniels being part of that, since he is now considered one of the top 3 picks. So a lot of interesting stuff happening, but we can't comment on it until we really get an idea of what's going on. But we have another rumor, and that next rumor is now that the Bears plan to take Caleb Williams, number 1. Remember, yesterday's rumor was that we were trading down, and we were going all the way down to as far as the 8th pick and taking Rome Odunze, and then following that up with Dallas Turner, according to Windy City Gridiron, I want to say, or NBC Sports Chicago. A lot of these guys are out here telling us that they don't think that we're going for Caleb Williams. Well, now we've got an insider who will remain nameless, wink, wink, that's telling us that, they're going to take Caleb Williams, and that's what's going to happen. And look, I'm going to say this again. I say it all the time, but I'm going to tell you one more time. I'm a Bears fan before I'm a Justin Fields fan. I would like to see Justin Fields as the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, but I don't need to see Justin Fields as the quarterback of the Chicago Bears. I need to see a good team put together that gets us to the Super Bowl. This is a team that has the ability, I think, with Justin Fields for sure, maybe with Caleb Williams even next year, to be a contender. Early season, I think they'll be better than they were at the beginning of last season. I think that last season we learned a little bit about the coaching staff and how they were unprepared. And I feel like they're going to be a lot more prepared going into this next season. So I'm super excited about what we're going to see going forward on that. So we'll talk about more about this on Monday. But the last piece is we need to talk about the defensive coordinator. Now, it looks like at this point, Leslie Frazier, the former Minnesota Vikings head coach, who's taking a year off right now, and he was the former Bills defensive coordinator and a Bears defensive back, dare I say, could be coming back as a coach in 2024. That we do need to have somebody on that staff getting people ready for the game, making sure that people know their positions, know their roles, knowing everything they need to know, coaching basically. And we didn't have that because Alan Williams resigned and took his running back coach with him in what can only be described as what the is going on sort of moment. So hopefully we'll do some better hiring. And it does need to be mentioned, it does need to be referenced here that we like Matt Eberflus. Look, Matt Eberflus is the guy for the moment, but Matt Eberflus is also the guy that's doing all this hiring and hiring these guys who suddenly we're having these issues with. So, I do want to stress that, all may not be right here, and we might need to be checking this. Something off about the hiring process here. So, we'll work on it. We'll see what happens. And, maybe, just maybe, I'm just being crazy, right? Maybe, you never know. But the other thing is the most important thing, and I think this is the most important thing, is the running back room. Tomorrow we're going to talk about this, but Deontay Foreman is a free agent. So what we're talking about right now is Khalil Herbert and Rashawn Johnson. Rashawn Johnson did start to come on towards the middle and end of the year, becoming an invaluable player. Also, I think he led the running backs in receptions. So, he's showing a lot of versatility coming out of the backfield. So maybe that's a good thing. Now, the question is, can we get Deontay Foreman back? Perhaps a 1-year deal, maybe even a 2-year deal. He is a little bit aged, so, it'll be difficult to make a commitment for too long. But it is possible that the Bears come out with just a rugged, nice rushing offense and rushing attack again next year. But we're going to need to see a coach before we can really make an estimation about what we're going to see going forward. That's it for right now, guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your football day. Holiday. It's a holiday for me. Every day with football is a holiday. So, but we'll talk to you again very, very soon. You guys bear down. And